Hi folks, Jay Neal back with another video and a new series, if you will. It will deal with certainly music and songs of certain eras, certain decades, certain genres of music. So with no further ado, I'll be right back. Let's get into this, folks. The first album that I have was a concept album. And concept albums wasn't really huge at the time of the recording of this. You did have Tommy by The Who, but this album here was phenomenally huge. And it's by none other than Pink Floyd, The Wall. It was released in December 1979 on Columbia Records and hit #1 for 15 weeks on the top 100 charts. It went platinum 7 times. 7 times platinum. It spawned the hits Another Brick in the Wall, Comfortably Numb, and this monumental album was produced by Bob Ezrin, who is responsible for producing what many say is Kiss's biggest and best album, Destroyer. Bob Ezrin has produced many great albums, and many say that this is Pink Floyd's greatest album. I'll leave you to judge that. You can leave your opinions and comments down in the comment section. Now we have another fantastic album. At least I think it is. It's leaning more towards, well, probably at that time was maybe hard rock, maybe. And it's Boston's self-titled album that brought several big hits off this album, and it was released in August 1976 and peaked at #3 again on Billboard's Top 100 for 101 weeks. It went platinum 9 times, and it was produced by Tom Scholz, which, if you know, obviously was the producer, as I said, and was the main leading songwriter and guitarist of Boston. Let's see, Boston had, some great big interlude type songs. One of them being More Than a Feeling and Long Time, which both of those actually were hits on AM and FM radio simultaneously, which for that time was a pretty big feat. And I'm not so sure that it wouldn't be nowadays too, with things like Spotify, iHeartRadio, Sirius XM radio, and things like that dominating the airways, or satellites I should say. Unfortunately, radio as we know it has become somewhat extinct. So with that being said, what a great album. All right, we're back with yet another huge monumental album for a little band called Fleetwood Mac, with a huge monumental album called Rumors. It was released on Warner Brothers Records in February the 4th, 1975. It peaked at #1 for 134 weeks on Billboard's Top 100 and went platinum 13 times. That's pretty incredible. And it produced some of the greatest Fleetwood Mac songs ever, like Go Your Own Way, Dreams, You Make Lovin' Fun, and Don't Stop. And many people say that there is no other Fleetwood Mac album other than Rumors. You can be the judge of that. All right, for the next mega influential band, we have none other than Led Zeppelin. Mr. Jimmy Page, Mr. Robert Plant, Mr. John Paul Jones, and let's not forget, so many people say that he was an influential drummer to them, John Bonham, and his son as well. We're talking about Led Zeppelin, number 4. It was released on Atlantic Records. The release date was November 1971, and it peaked at number 2 on the Billboard Top 100 charts and remained there for 234 weeks. Now, this album was recorded in 2 months, December 1970 to February 1971, which is pretty incredible. And it sold a whopping 37 million copies. That I can't even fathom that. 37 million copies for then and even for now. And it spawned some of the huge and greatest hits that we've grown to love. Black Dog, Rock and Roll, Misty Mountain Hop, and the super mega hit that you should never play in Guitar Center, Stairway to Heaven. So many, as I said, thank John Bonham and credit him for being the greatest drummer in the world. Many people say that, so on and so forth, that Robert Plant is one of the best vocalists. And John Paul Jones, what a bassist. Jimmy Page, they're all great musicians. So anyway, that Led Zeppelin, number 4 on Atlantic Records, recorded in November 1971. Hi, folks. We're rounding this out with a huge album and movie. And yes, this is a soundtrack. And it's to one of the biggest movies and soundtrack that we've seen in possibly a couple decades. And it brought the character Tony Manera to the spotlight. And he had a fever. And the only prescription was, as they say, is more dancing. Yes, I'm talking about Saturday Night Fever. And it was released in November the 11th, 1977. And it was charting at number 1 or 2, I can't remember. And it stayed on the charts for 120 weeks, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, on Billboard's Top 100. It had went platinum 11 times, folks. It went platinum 11 times. The soundtrack did. And as I said, John Travolta brought Tony Manera to life, this character. The hits from this album were phenomenal. I mean, I believe they all were hits. Again, on Billboard Top 100. And it really brought the Bee Gees out. Even though the Bee Gees have been around many years before this, well, maybe a decade. Maybe. And with their hit More Than a Woman and How Deep Is Your Love, Staying Alive, and we also had Boogie Shoes on there as well. And, I can't imagine a movie making $237 million in 1977. So, what a huge hit. What a huge movie and a huge album. And the hits were huge as well, was what I was trying to say. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. This is something new. Please like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. It means a lot. And if you have the urge to donate and put back into the channel, because that's where the money goes, back in the channel. I haven't received the donation yet, and that's okay. I do these videos, as I said in the past, because I love doing them. But if you wish to donate, the PayPal and all that stuff will be down in the description. So, as I say, thank you so much, folks, for joining me here today. and like and subscribe. And I'll see you very soon. I promise. J. Neal out.